Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, The Savage Sword of Conan, issue number 8. You know, with all the crazy Dungeons & Dragons stuff and all the creator-owned stuff that Jim Zub is doing right now, I asked him just today, say, hey man, you planning on leaving Marvel? He's like, no, I got a lot of cool Marvel projects coming up soon. That might be the case. I think it's also the idea that unless he stays with Marvel, he's got no chance of ever writing Conan again. And that's a reason to stay? Drawing for Conan? Shining his boots, whatever, man, because wow, this is a very different take on Conan, especially in the art department. We're gonna get to all that. Let's tell you about who made the book first. We got The Savage Sword of Conan in Conan the Gambler, Part 2. Jim Zub is the writer, Patch Zurcher is on art, Java Tartaglia on colors, and VC's Travis Lanham doing the letters. Oh yeah, hey, Mark Cicchetto doing the cover, and there's a variant cover artists in the form of Leonardo Manso and Rain Barreto. Okay, Robert E. Howard created Conan. So Conan now has to fight for his life, but instead of with a sword or a dagger or an axe or a, I don't know, bazooka, because who knows? The idea is that now he's got to use a game of cards. Now, I want to point out that there's actually a set of rules with these cards. They're not fully established. And all I'm saying is if this were a creator-owned thing that Zub was doing, I promise you, in a week, at best a month, we would wind up having the Conan official card game, whatever this game was called. It's kind of like blackjack, and you can follow along with the rules fairly easily. They were pretty easy to understand, but it's like blackjack with, I don't know, blocking, and imagine if it was blackjack with Magic the Gathering rules involved also, man. This was pretty fun. Like, this was a very cerebral, at least most of this issue was a pretty cerebral one. Of course, it's like when Conan's involved in any game, I don't care if it's a game of Parcheesi, you're always going to say at the end of it, dude, that was a really nice decapitation at the end, because, I'm just saying, like, whoever says stuff like that. But when Conan's there, yes, great game of blackjack, awesome tackle at the end. Dude. So, when I say this is very cerebral, I want you to understand, it's one thing to talk about the words. It's one thing to talk about the things that were said here. It's another thing entirely to just straight up look at the art, okay? I can understand somebody thinking that maybe Conan is drawn in a way where, he doesn't look as big as he looks in some of the other comic books, He looks kind of thinner, right? I'm cool with that. I understand it because, yeah, I can agree. He looks more chiseled, more like he's going to do a ninja flip as opposed to just bowl right through a bunch of people. But when you look at his facial expressions, even in an action page like this, you're actually seeing some emotion on his face. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I almost showed you the last picture, which is a pretty interesting reveal. I just want to point out the faces here. When these guys are playing cards, when no words are being said, and yet we're still being dictated everything that we need to know. This was pretty interesting. Now, I have a feeling I already know how this is going to end, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, because we're already seeing a bit of a Rancor pit right now. We're seeing a couple of things, all right? But I'm also seeing the first Conan movie in this. How Conan is making out with that biggest jewel, and somehow it leads into something far greater or far worse. This is a really good series. I like this new Conan the Gambler idea. It's just a new way of looking at gambling, at Conan. And on top of that, we've had Conan doing everything else in the world before, right? I mean, we don't want to necessarily have Conan the Painter, but Conan the Gambler. I'm down with that. Anyway, guys, go and check out this book. Grab a physical copy, if you would, because one of these days we'll talk about that. Anyway, guys. Really good issue. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.